What's up, guys? Alvaro here, and welcome to the Bilingual Stock Market channel again. Let's go ahead and talk about some stocks and about the craziness that happened today in the markets. What a crazy day today we had in the markets, guys. Once again, we are living historical moments in the markets, no doubt about it. And unfortunately, guys, we had a very crazy day today because, as you guys know, unless you're living under a rock, Russia ended up invading Ukraine last night. So both the Pentagon and the U.S. government were right about it. Russia was planning a full invasion over Ukraine. That happened last night. And obviously, guys, my prayers go to all the people affected by this horrible situation. As I am filming this video, we have a lot of people dying in Ukraine. So a terrible situation, and let's hope for this invasion over Ukraine to end as quick as possible, guys. That's all I can say. The markets today did what they were supposed to do. The markets are already cold, guys. So despite the fact that today the invasion of Ukraine was confirmed, we had a very solid rally, a very solid relief rally that was needed. So the Russell 2000 went up 2.64%, the Nasdaq went up 3.34%, the Dow Jones went up 0.28%, and the S&P 500 went up 1.50%. Why did we have this rally? First of all, we were very oversold this morning. The S&P 500 hit 4,100 points. The RSI on major time frames got very oversold. The same situation happened in the case of the Nasdaq and the Nasdaq 100. And when we usually have very oversold conditions, we usually see, at least when it comes to the indices, we usually see relief rallies. However, what really caused this relief rally was President Biden. Today we had a Biden pump. And why? Well, because President Biden addressed the nation offering details about the sanctions that are going to be imposed on Russia. And there are no sanctions on oil, guys. That's it. That was the main concern of the markets. And yeah, President Biden said that that the U.S. Is going to impose a very large, let's say, a group of sanctions over Russia, but not even one single word about oil. Actually, the Brent hit $101 pre-market today, and crude oil closed today at $92.89. This is the West Texas Intermediate. Let me take a look at the Brent. The Brent closed at $95. So long story short, guys, the markets had already priced in the invasion of Ukraine because until now we had 4 trading sessions in a row going down. And what the markets were most concerned about were sanctions on Russian oil, and not even one single word about imposing sanctions on Russia's oil exports. So once President Biden ended up his speech addressing the nation, the markets pretty much rallied until the closing bell. Get this, guys. From an intraday perspective, we saw in the case of the Nasdaq 100 a 7% swing to the upside. 7% swing to the upside. That is absolutely unreal. In a regular year, guys, the Nasdaq 100 can, let's say, make gains in a year, 12 months. I am talking about over here, of 15%. That would be a nice year for the Nasdaq 100. And in one single day, we saw a 7% swing to the upside. As I just said, guys, absolutely unbelievable. The 10-year Treasury yield fell off a cliff last night once we found out that Russia was invading Ukraine, and it recovered quite well today. Even though it went down, it ended up closing in the red, 0.40%, but it recovered from 1.85% up to 1.96%. So last night, clearly, guys, once we found out about the invasion of Russia over Ukraine, we had a lot, but I mean a lot of investors going after U.S. bonds. And you guys know that the bonds, the treasury bonds, are inversely correlated relative to the yields. So the 10-year treasury yield fell off a cliff, and it recovered quite well throughout the day. The VIX, guys, fell today, or went down today 2.26%, but closed above 30 points. Despite the fact that it went down today 2.26%. We are living extraordinary moments as of now. The behavior of the VIX goes to show the craziness that we are seeing as of now in the markets. And I think, and I might be mistaken, that the markets already priced in the invasion of Ukraine. So that's a good sign for the bulls. That's a light at the end of the tunnel. So, and I'm thinking, this is my personal opinion, unless we happen to have, worse news coming out from Ukraine, or if Putin says that now he's going to attack Poland or something like that, or if the OTAN, or if the I was speaking in Spanish, guys. Sorry, or if NATO happens to decide to go into Ukraine, to go in a full war against Russia. So unless something unexpected happens, I think that the invasion of Ukraine is already priced in, and the markets are only concerned about sanctions on Russian oil, and that isn't going to happen, at least as of now. If we take a look at the sectors of the markets, guys, the sectors that performed the best today were the most expensive sectors of the markets. Technology went up today 3.42%. Communication services went up 2.80%. Very nice recovery for Facebook today, which is a very important stock inside this sector. And consumer discretionary went up today 2.29%. And when it comes to the worst performing sector today, this was a no-brainer today, guys. Consumer staples. And why? Because of Coca-Cola, PepsiCo, Procter & Gamble, and so forth. Those companies have some sort of exposure to the Russian and the Ukrainian markets, and because of the U.S. sanctions, those companies are not going to be able to export their products, or are not going to be able to commercialize their products in either Ukraine or Russia. So let's say that the sectors behaved today in a very predictable way. And obviously, the most today we had, guys, for the most part, a rally based on oversold conditions. I am going to show you some concrete examples in just a second. So the sectors that were more oversold were the ones that led the rally today. This was a no-brainer, and obviously consumer staples, a sector that has a lot of exposure to Russia and Ukraine, was, as I just said, was the worst performing sector. If we take a look at the advances and declines distribution, we had a positive day. We can confirm that we had a broad rally today with 4,371 stocks going up and 3,193 stocks going down. If we take a look, guys, at the most important earnings that are going to be reported tomorrow before open, remember that when it comes to Fridays, no company reports after close. So we have Foot Locker, a company that I think that is going to do pretty well with its earnings report tomorrow. We have Li Auto, and we also have Accugen. And before going over the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq 100, I want to show you guys a couple of trades that I took today. One day trade that I took and another trade that I closed today. So SPXL, this is a leverage ETF that tracks the S&P 500. I was very convinced once the trading session opened that we were going to see at least an intraday relief rally. That was the case because we were very oversold. So this morning I purchased 50 shares of SPXL at $92.30, paying $4,615, and I closed this trade like an hour after I opened this trade at $96.25, and I was paid $4,810. I ended up making over here something like $200. And I also bought back, guys, a call option of Alibaba. I sold a leap actually yesterday on Baba because I was pretty much convinced that whatever Baba reported this morning wasn't going to be enough for the markets to give Baba a positive day. So yesterday I sold a leap actually that expires on the $165 call or leap in this case that expires in January of 2024, and I was paid yesterday $1,490, and I bought it back today and I paid $1,320. I ended up making over here $170. So between these two trades, I ended up making today something like $370. When it comes to the S&P 500, and as I said in the introduction of this video, it went up today 1.50%, and it closed today's trading session at 4,288 points. I am going to pull up here the 1 day, 1 minute. No, I gotta pull up the 5 day, 5 minute chart. And guys, take a look at the behavior that the S&P 500 had during its last 4 trading sessions. The S&P went down in only a matter of 4 trading sessions, 8.50%. So I'm thinking that the markets already priced in the invasion of Ukraine. Once the trading session opened today, we saw a very solid rally to the upside. And take a look at this. Take a look at the RSI, the Relative Strength Index of the S&P, guys. It got down today to 18 points. And take a look at what happened on the last 3 occasions in which the RSI of the S&P hit 18 points. What happened afterwards? We saw at least a relief rally. So this was the logic that I was thinking about when I started the trade that I just showed you on SPXL. However, from a technical standpoint, the technical chart of the S&P 500 is broken, guys. This is a very ugly looking chart, clear downtrend. The S&P is trading below the moving averages. It is pretty far away from the 200-day moving average, so no doubt about it, the bears are in absolute control of the S&P 500. The bulls have a lot of repairs to do over here. No doubt about it. What would be the main repair that the bulls of the S&P 500 would have to carry out? They need to take on 4,332 points as soon as possible. 4332 happens to be a previous area of support back from mid-October. So if the bulls fail on trying to recover 4,332 points in, let's say, the next 2 or 3 trading sessions, then a retest of 4,114 points, the lower support of today's trading session, is going to be in the cards. However, and since I am a bull, and since I like to see things glass half full, I think that the invasion of Ukraine is already priced in, and unless we get very bad news coming out from Ukraine, as I just said, I don't know, Putin announcing that he's going to attack Poland or any other European country, I think that the bottom might be in unless, as I just said, the bulls fail on taking on 4330. When it comes to the NDX, the Nasdaq 100, take a look at this, guys. The NDX, by the way, the Nasdaq 100 entered into a bear market last night. So from all-time high to the lower support of today's morning at 13,065 points, the NDX had pulled back 22%, guys. It got into a bear market. This is something that we hadn't seen since the COVID-19 crash. So, and as I said in the case of the S&P, this chart from a technical standpoint is absolutely broken. The bulls have a lot of repairs to do over here, and we can clearly see how this head and shoulders formation that you guys can see on the 4-hour chart unfolded perfectly in the case of the Nasdaq 100. So, the main repair that the bulls of the NDX have to carry out in, let's say, the next few days, 3 or 4 days, the latest would be reconquering 14,400 points. We are talking about a former area of support back from early October. That might let the bulls of the NDX get back in the game. And as I said in the case of the S&P, if the bulls failed on trying to take on 14,400 points anytime soon, then this is going to be a bearish sign that might imply that a revisit of at least 13,720 points, the lower support that the bulls found in January, might be visited. And if 13,700, this level is absolutely critical, guys, for the bulls of the NDX. If 13,722 points happens to be taken on by the bears tomorrow, on Monday, or whenever it is, then this is going to be once again good night, Irene, for the bulls of the NDX. And now let's go ahead and take a look at some earnings reports. Let's go ahead and take a look at Coinbase. And what is going on in the case of Coinbase? It is up a lot after hours. How about that? So Coinbase went up today during regular trading hours 3.95%, and it closed today's trading session at $179.56. Let's see what is going on over here. It is not actually going on. It is not actually going up after hours, guys. It went up to $203, and as of now, it is down after hours. So let's see. Coinbase is trading. It is trading down 6% after hours. Let me pull up here the live news tab. What happens over here with Coinbase? So EPS came in at $3.32. I don't have the estimate. And sales came in at $2.50 billion, beating by a long shot the estimate of $1.91 billion. So I don't have the estimate when it comes to EPS, but when it comes to sales, they beat by a long shot. So what do I have over here? Let's see. Coinbase profit quadruples during Bitcoin's wild rally and sell-off. Okay, Coinbase profit surges during Bitcoin's wild rally and sell-off. I already read you guys that. Coinbase sees full year 2022 annual average retail monthly transaction users, or MTUs. MTUs stands for monthly transactions users, from 1 up to 15 million users. But I don't have the competitive here over here either, guys. So it looks like it was a decent earnings report for Coinbase. But regardless, the stock of this company is down after hours almost 6%. So what could be happening tomorrow with Coinbase? As of now, the stock of this company is trading at $171. So guys, and despite the fact that this is a very ugly looking chart, clear downtrend, a technical downtrend actually, and even though Coinbase is trading below the moving averages, maybe a pullback tomorrow and a visit down to $164, which happens to be a former area of support back from late January, would be an attractive spot, guys, if support happens to be found over there. So if I happen to start a position on Coinbase at around $164, then I think that I would have a first chance of taking a quick trade up to a former area of support at $180, which happens to be a former area of support back from early February. So if I were able to take this trade from $164 up to $181, this would imply a 9% profit. And obviously, guys, we need to keep a close watch on Bitcoin, which dropped like a brick last night once we found out about the invasion of Ukraine. But if Bitcoin keeps on recovering, because as of now Bitcoin is trading at around $38,000, I think that we might see Coinbase going up to $180. So this might be an opportunity in order to take a short-term trade. And when it comes to the all-time high of Coinbase, guys, let me see. Coinbase is, as of now, 62% of the highs. So if any of you is bullish on Coinbase at a long term, if any of you wants to have some sort of exposure to Bitcoin in the stock market, the stock of this company is a very, let's say, appealing choice when it comes to buying something Bitcoin related in the stock market. So this is a 62% discount, guys, from an all-time high. That's a fair discount, I would say, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at Block, at Square, which should have already, this is another Bitcoin related stock, by the way. Square went up today during regular trading hours 7.07%, and it closed today's trading session at $94.99, and it looks like, let me see, I don't trust after hours. So Square is actually down after hours, not much, but it is down 0.68%. Let's see what Square reported. So let's see. Revenue came in at $4.08 billion versus analyst consensus of $4.06 billion. So they beat on revenue slightly, but they beat. And adjusted EPS came in at 27 cents. I don't have the estimate. Okay, down here I have the estimate, guys. So EPS came in at 27 cents, beating the estimate of 22 cents. And sales came in, as I just said, at 4.08 billion, beating the estimate of 4.03 billion. So they beat on both EPS and revenue. Do I have anything guidance related over here? Okay, Block Inc. recently acquired Afterpay to be included in Q1 results for the month of February and March of 2022. Okay, Block Inc. beats Q4 expectations as transaction revenue rises. Block reports lower Q4 adjusted earnings, higher revenue, shares slide after hours. I don't have anything guidance related over here, guys. Let me see if I have the earnings insights over here. Here's what investors Block revenue was up, past earnings performance. No, I don't have anything guidance related. And they beat on both, guys, top and bottom line. So this was a decent earnings report. I still need to take a deeper look at it later on today. And the stock of this company has gotten absolutely killed, guys. Check this out. Square is trading as of now 65% of the highs, and this earnings report was pretty decent. It looks like it was pretty decent, and as of now, Square is trading at $92 after hours. I think, guys, that the stock of this company is a no-touch unless the bulls of Square can take on this 50 SMA on the 4-hour chart at $102. This 50 SMA happens to coincide with a previous area of support back from late January and also back from early February. So I am going to keep a close watch on Square. The RSI of the stock of this company is at 44 points, very healthy from a technical standpoint. And I think that there is room, guys, up to $122 once the bulls of Square are able to burst above $101. So a stock to definitely keep a close watch on as well. And now let's go ahead and take a look at Nvta, which is reporting earnings today. Nvta went up today 9.56% and it closed today's trading session at $9.40. And let's talk about decimated stocks, guys. Nvta. I think that Nvta, let me pull up here the 3-year chart. Okay. All-time high for Nvta, $61.59. Nvta is trading as of now, get this, guys, 86% of the highs. I am a bull of this company. So I recently got LEAPs that expire in 2024. I am under the water, as you guys can imagine. As of now, I think that my strike price is at around $13. I am not in a rush. I still have a lot of extrinsic value over there. And I am a bull. I really like this company, guys. I think that both Nvta and CRISPR Therapeutics have a fair shot of starting a revolution when it comes to the human genome, when it comes to DNA sequencing. Nvta is down almost 6% after hours. So let's see if I have the earnings report over here. Okay, Q4 EPS. This is obviously a company that doesn't make any money as of now. This is a negative EPS. Came in at 81 cents, missing the estimate of 73 cents. So Nvta is losing more money relative to the amount of money that the analysts were expecting. Sales came in at $126.10 million, missing the estimate of $126.65 million. So they missed in both. But I don't have anything guidance related over here, guys. So let's see. No, nothing. Zero. So I still need to take a deeper look at this earnings report. What could happen over here with Nvta, guys? Let's talk about a broken chart, guys. Both of the charts that we are taking a look as of now, since the markets are in a very aggressive correction as of now, look pretty ugly, right? And Nvta isn't the exception to the rule. clear downtrend below the moving averages. So in terms of taking a trade, guys, the stock of this company is a no touch unless Nvta can burst above this 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart at $11.44, which happens this 180 SMA to coincide with a previous area of support back from early February. So if any of you would be interested in starting a long-term position in Nvta, we're looking almost at a 90% discount from all-time high, guys. That's a very compelling long-term discount. Since I am a bull in this company, I own lips. But when it comes to taking a trade, I am not going to touch Nvta unless the stock of this company can take on $11.54. Because this is a very, but very ugly looking chart. And the last stock of this video is going to be BYND, Beyond Meat, guys. Let's see what is going on over here. Is Beyond Meat up or down after hours? It is down a lot. Beyond Meat went up today 3.38% and it closed today's trading session at $49. Let me pull up here the 1-day, 1-minute chart. And Beyond Meat is down after hours. How much? 13%. So maybe, I think, that they dropped the ball, right? So let's see. Okay, EPS came in. This is a negative. EPS, this company isn't making any money as of now. Came in at negative $1.27. May not compare to the 71 cents estimate. Wow, this is a huge miss when it comes to EPS. Huge miss. When it comes to EPS. Sales came in at $100.70 million, missing the estimate of $101.36 million. Terrible earnings report over here. Okay, Beyond Meat sees full year 2022 sales between $560 million up to $620 million versus $637.34 million estimate. So they also missed on guidance. They are posting a very weak guidance. Beyond Meat shares are trading lower after the company reported worse than expected Q4 sales results and issued full year 2021 sales guidance below estimates. Terrible report for Beyond Meat. What could be happening over here? This is an all-time low for Beyond Meat. I am pretty sure about this, I think. Yep, all-time low for Beyond Meat, guys. $42. So we don't have any other level of support to point out over here. We can make the case, if we want to see things less a fool, that Beyond Meat is very oversold with its RSI at 19 points. But obviously, guys, needless to say, this is an absolute no touch, a broken chart, a technical downtrend. So there's no way. There's no way we can touch Beyond Meat unless the stock of this company bursts above $64, a previous area of support back from early January, and also a previous area of support back from mid-December. Very ugly looking chart for Beyond Meat over here. And how low can Beyond Meat goes? We don't know, guys. This is a tough one. Very, very terrible earnings report for Beyond Meat. And with Beyond Meat, I'm going to wrap up this video. Thank you very much for your attention, and thank you very much for hanging out with me once again. Remember and keep in mind, guys, that here on the Bilingual Stock Market channel, we are posting stock market update videos Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, 3 or 4 hours after the market closes. So if you want to get all of the notifications of all of our videos in a timely manner, you have to be subscribed to this YouTube channel, but you also need to activate the notification bell right up there. Follow us on Instagram as well, guys, at Bilingual Stock Market. And remember that this is the Bilingual Stock Market channel, the YouTube channel, in which we talk about the markets, but we do things differently because we talk about the markets in 2 different languages, English and Spanish, so you can pick your preferred language. But most importantly, this is the YouTube channel in which we know that the wonderful world of Wall Street is not for geniuses, it is for entrepreneurs just like you guys and myself. My name is Alvaro, and I will see you guys once again on Monday, 3 or 4 hours after the market closes. Peace out, and let there be peace in Ukraine anytime soon, guys. Bye.